when you're putting yourself down or you're in that negative mindset, do you ever hear what you're actually saying? Like you're like distance from it and you can't stop it, or when does it kind of come about?
I do hear myself say it. Basically, I hear myself saying, "Oh, you're not good enough. Why are you bothering doing it?"
Why is it that as children we can so easily be free? Free to play, laugh and love so openly.
Do you ever put yourself down?
Never.
You never put yourself down?
Why would I?
When did we lose this ability and decide instead to compare ourselves to others? When did we decide to put ourselves down and stop thinking we were invincible?
Found that growing up in my family of origin, I often sort of had a sense of feeling quite anxious and a bit sort of lost in the way of knowing how to deal with really big emotions. And that sort of played out a bit in my early years in the form of disordered eating.
So I guess it all would have started way back in the day when I was going through anxiety and depression, but I always hid it away. So didn't share it with anybody, thought that I had to be the strong guy throughout my entire life and not share those sorts of things.
I think I kept it in for a really long time. The only outburst that I would really have is like, oh, I hate the way I look, or I'm so fat, I'm ugly, and looking for that reassurance from people.
Yeah.
Especially in like relationships. Like I was in like one relationship to the other, like through high school. I was always the girl with a boyfriend, or like, seeing someone. I just needed that, like, I'm good enough for someone.
It was like a sledgehammer. I couldn't believe how bad I felt about myself using a baby, my own child, as a prop, effectively, to play upon someone's emotions, and so that they wouldn't question me and make it harder for me to get the codeine. And I just decided at that moment I'm going to make a change, and I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to talk to a medical professional. I'm going to be honest. So I went home and told my wife, and that was really hard and a shock.
Yeah, sometimes it's definitely unconscious and feels like almost like automatic, like instinctual. And then other times, I'm really conscious of it, and I'm really and I guess that is a bit easier when you are really conscious of it, to make the effort to not think like that, or to fight against it.
Yeah, I do put myself down, like when I'm like scrolling through social media and I see like my friends or even just people I don't even know, and I feel like, wow, everyone's so much prettier than me. And then when I'm in class and people get their results back and everyone's got higher grades than me, and I'm just like, everyone's smarter than me.
And unfortunately, over my life, a lot of those feelings have sort of mutated into this sort of I'm not good enough thing as well.
Wow.
I can do better. Why am I doing better? I feel like I'm being judged all the time.
Is it at school we first start comparing ourselves to our friends? Does it get worse when we become a teenager?
Everyone leaves you, you have like 5 friends, you're not going to be known anywhere, you're in attention, you'll never be popular.
Until then, we finally get to adulthood and our negative self-talk has become stronger. We would like to take you back to a time before you told yourself you were not good enough.
How does it go?
I am free, being me, I'm a happy child.
Have you or do you ever put yourself down?
I would do that more often than I should. I guess it's more a result of bullying growing up. I've been bullied in primary school, high school, in the workforce, and I had like a relationship where my ex was quite verbally abusive to me.
Over a series of 30 days, we will be investigating the different self-talk experienced by children, teens,
And it's day 23.
I have to go to bed, I've got a very early start tomorrow.
We will go into their lives and see just how much negative self-talk plays a part in their daily life.
No, I can't. So I'm just going to turn the phone upside down. So what? I'm going to fail at this.
We interviewed 7 people from all ages and genders about their stories of various concerns, about their self-image and abilities to cope.
So I've got to try and break the cycle. It was really hard getting up this morning, especially at this time.
Here are their stories and journeys as they each take on one lifesaver technique. The 30-day journey will not always be an easy one, but it is one we would like to share with you. What works, What doesn't work? How hard is it to break the cycle of negative self-talk? And how, through perseverance, a new healthy habit may be formed.
I actually did. I thought I was going to really mess it up, but I didn't. So that's one good thing. Okay, we'll see you on the journey.
It is time for you to feel like you are good enough. So in this session, we are going to heal any old beliefs, memories,
I grew up feeling that I had to be self-reliant as well. Like I didn't really sort of reach out and speak to people when I was having a hard time. I sort of kept it to myself. Yeah. I experienced bullying at primary school level and also into high school. And I sort of just did the typical teenage thing, like I would go out, I'd be drinking, but I didn't really know how to control my emotions or my stress or anxiety in a really healthy way. I'd just never really learnt how to do that. Yeah. My first sort of big challenge was when I had my second child at 27 and I'd moved back to Melbourne. I just felt paralysed. I sort of couldn't function. I felt really scared, and I ended up being diagnosed with postnatal depression. And so I sort of went down that path of working with a counsellor and being on antidepressants, and it worked for me, and then it didn't work for me, and I sort of was changing medications, and I didn't quite have a proper sort of solution. Then at age 30, my dad died quite unexpectedly, and there was a lot of trauma for me. I found that sort of set me on a path of having to rely a bit on external things to try and calm me, because I just couldn't sleep. So I might sort of have a drink at night, or I'd take some sort of tablets to relax me. But I found that actually, looking back on it, it increased my anxiety. And then I developed this habit of sort of relying upon it to calm me down. And I was sort of in a bit of a catch-22. And I continued, periodically with counselling. I still was sort of off and on antidepressants. But I just felt even more disconnected, because I was sort of under the impression that other people didn't go through these kind of things. And I suppose that was just a misconception, but I didn't feel that I could have any real conversations with my friends and they could actually say anything to particularly help me manage my anxiety and stress. And, I sort of continued on with various types of counselling. I had a life coach at one stage, and each book I read or, counselling session I had or whatever, that has all taught me something. And then I sort of got to a point in 2016 that I was ready to actually look at putting down, like, the antidepressants and anti-anxiety and sleeping tablets, because I felt that I had learnt enough tools in my life that I could perhaps look at, putting those down and see what was left, see what was underneath. And even though that was really full on to actually go through that withdrawal, it probably took about 3 months before I even started to feel remotely better, just getting over the actual side effects of the meds themselves. I started to discover that the person underneath wasn't depressed anymore. Like, those diagnoses that I've been given like 10 years prior or whatever, that had all sort of settled down. Yeah. But in fact, I was sort of actually dealing with a lot of side effects of the medications themselves. And that sort of brought me to this chapter in my life. So, I find I'm always keen to learn more and to see what's next for me. Hi everyone. Okay, so it's day 1 and I'm going to start off with just listening to a guided meditation that I just found on YouTube. I suppose today I'm actually feeling a little bit hesitant about this process of following visualizations, and just feeling a little bit sort of less than, like a bit worried about how my initial interview came across. Did I disclose too much about myself? I sort of just worry about the impression that I make sometimes. And so I thought today what I would do is make the focus of I am good enough. So as I said before, I just Googled a meditation on YouTube, and it goes for about 10 minutes. So I'm just going to sit down and just listen to that one there and see what happens.
It is time for you to feel like you are good enough. So in this session, we are going to heal any old beliefs, memories, programming in your conscious or subconscious mind that have been causing or contributing to you feeling like you're not good enough.
Okay, so I've just finished the meditation. I feel relatively relaxed. I'm not sure if it's done anything yet, but we'll see how we go tomorrow. I'll just keep on trying. Okay, so I've just finished my meditation. I actually thought I would try a different one on visualising the perfect body and well balanced in health and in shape. It was okay. Again, I can really hear that strong skeptical voice running through my head as I'm doing the meditation. So, yep. Anyway, all I can do is observe it and keep going. So I just finished my day 3 meditation visualisation. I actually found one that I really liked. It was quite an interesting one, and I found that I could really relate to it, so I am going to stick with this one here, and feeling nice and calm, and I really enjoyed it. Check in tomorrow. I've been trying to practice not only just doing the visualization, but also reminding myself of the positive affirmations during the day as well, like like with the visualization, it gets you to picture all the good things about yourself, and also the good things that other people notice in you. So what I do is I just try and remind myself of those things during the day. And it's quite interesting just to pick up on how many times that I might think negatively about my self-image, and then I try and combat it by reminding myself of all the good things and the things that I'm grateful for as far as my body is concerned, and how my body feels and how it behaves, and all the great things that I can get out of my body. So anyway, I'm just about to sit down and do my visualization, so I'll check in with you afterwards. So just finished my day 8 visualization. I think what I'm going to do as well is I'm actually going to pull out a photo of me the way my healthy weight range, the way I want to actually look, and add that in as a visual that I can look at during the day, because I'm finding it quite challenging to actually picture myself the way I want to be able to look. So I think by getting that additional visual will probably assist me in the process. So anyway, check in with you tomorrow. Hi everyone, it's day 10 of the visualization. Just checking in how I'm feeling. I just sort of saw a post on our page about the documentary and the how it's all sort of coming along and how it's sort of being pieced together, which is quite exciting and quite nerve-wracking. I was just reflecting today on how much my self-image can often be wrapped up in either other people's expectation of what I'm to look like, or perhaps it's my own sort of expectation thinking of what I need to look like in order to be acceptable or be loved, or I don't sort of take compliments that easy. Even when people do sort of pay me a compliment, I sort of go, oh, that's nice, or thank you. Like, but deep down inside, I don't know whether I really take things in, or so it's sort of counterproductive in the respect of, you know, I want to hear that, you know, I'm lovable or beautiful or things like that. But yet, even when people do tell me that, I don't truly take it in, or I suppose my views of what a beautiful person looks like is very different to probably what I actually look like. So it's hard because I don't meet my own ideal, and so it's really quite difficult sort of overcoming that. And it makes it hard to actually truly love and accept myself when, you know, I've sort of got that picture in my mind. So it's been quite interesting so far to actually concentrate on, you know, visualising myself, and also accepting myself as I am right now. Because what does that mean? Like, if I can't sort of love myself where I'm at, perhaps I can't love myself looking any differently either. So, yeah, it's something quite hard and foreign for me to get my head around. So anyway, I'll keep on pressing on with my meditation. I'll check in after. So yeah, just completed my day 10 visualisation. I was able to sort of feel like I was really detaching from my body during the visualisation itself. Sort of sometimes I feel like I'm sort of observing myself, like in a third person, sort of, and being aware that, like, the soul element of me is different from the body and also the mind, because sometimes, you know, I have thoughts and I associate so much so with the thoughts that I forget that they're just thoughts themselves, that, you know, I'm not necessarily, those thoughts aren't necessarily true. And so it's actually quite good when I catch myself in the state where I think, oh yeah, okay, I'm actually just observing that I'm having those thoughts, you know, of frustration, or oh, this isn't really doing anything, or then I hear myself judging myself because I'm still having those thoughts, because, like, you know, I'm 10 days into it and I don't feel like, you know, incredibly enlightened yet, or you know, like it's been solved or anything like that. So yeah, so it's interesting when I can actually get to that point where I can catch myself and say, oh hey, I'm just having those thoughts. I don't necessarily have to run with them, and then I can sort of calm down a little bit more as a result of that. So anyway, that's where I'm at, day 10, and I'll check in tomorrow. Hi everyone, it's day 11. Yeah, I'm a bit sick actually. I woke up with a cold today. Been already for a walk, which exhausted me. But other than that, yeah, I'm feeling okay. I try to visualise on my walk too, sort of looking at my body and practicing the gratitude that I feel for my body, and for how well in general I feel. Today is excluded, but look, I was still able to do my walk, which was quite a tough one, and you know, I was able to do that and to be able to say to myself that I'm capable of those things and be proud for my achievements. Anyway, I look forward to lying down and doing the visualisation and having a little rest. So I just completed my day 12 visualisation, and I chose to do it on actually having good health for obvious reasons. And I did this exercise where I visualised having the picture of what I do want come to the foreground and the picture of what I don't want move into the background. So it was just a little bit of a different technique that I used today. So, I'll just keep on doing that for the next few days until I'm feeling better. So I'll check in with you then. Hey everyone, it's day 13. Still sick. I've been doing visualizations where, just concentrating on picturing all these like white blood cells flowing through my body and attacking the virus that's in my body. So that's the one that I'm going to do again today. Just sort of concentrating and picturing myself healthy and well, and then listening to a guided meditation where I concentrate on gratitude for everything that my body does provide me with, and also picturing myself how I would like me to be. So anyway, I'll check in after. So just completed my day 13 visualisation, which was pretty good. I was able to get quite specific with, I could really picture myself in both of the visualisations, which was good. As I said, I'm still sick, but I'm feeling a little bit better today than I was yesterday. So, I'm just mainly allowing myself to heal and practicing the visualization, practicing myself being healthy, and also on a practical measure caring for myself, and supporting myself in any way that I possibly can to get better soon. Sometimes I feel myself getting sort of bored or not looking forward to actually doing the visualizations. I don't normally stick to things for as long as I have during, this challenge. So it's been quite good for me to actually force myself to actually stick to something and practice it every day versus finding an excuse to duck out like being sick or something. So anyway, I'll keep on keeping on, checking with you tomorrow. So day 14, just finished my visualisation. What I chose to do today is I did that visualisation where I pictured the worst case scenario of what I didn't want to look like, and pictured the best case scenario of what I did want to look like and what I did want to feel like, and I imagined swapping the two pictures and just kept on swapping them. So just visualising what I do want and bringing that in the forefront of my life, and sending away the picture of me in bad health and being alone and not being connected to anyone. And I also did some tapping, which is called EFT, on giving myself a break around my associations with food and how I feel around it. So I'm going to run with those two techniques for a few days and just see if there are any differences, if I feel anything, and just run with that and see how I go. So check in with you tomorrow. Hey everyone, I've got to keep my voice down because I'm at a float centre. So it's day 15 here, and I am going to be doing my visualisation in there, in the tank. A lot of the things that have been coming up for me in the last couple of days is a lot of self-criticism about why am I being so superficial? Why am I doing visualizations based on what I look like? Shouldn't I be doing it on something else? And also pressure that I'm feeling, that I'm meant to have this massive revelation. I'm meant to have this amazing result at the end of my 30 days. So I'm just aware that I'm doing that, and I'm going to be doing that visualization just based on accepting where I'm at and sending myself self-love. So I'll check in with you after my float and my visualization. Talk to you then. So I just finished my day 15 visualization, and it was actually quite an interesting process. I went through the normal visualizing of, seeing myself healthy, but what I concentrated more so on today is to actually visualize myself as being whole and connected. So I visualized all energies and like running through my system being connected and being healed and being open. So, because I think at the base of it is actually like being connected with being loving to myself, and because everything sort of stems from that. If I'm connected with myself, if I love myself, if I show myself love, then I can love others without conditions. I can love myself without conditions. I can see myself as a whole person that doesn't need to be fixed in any way. I can make healthy choices for myself. I really just concentrated on firstly asking my intuition questions, saying, where does this thought come from? And listening for the answer, which my intuition would automatically answer, and then asking further questions. So being inquisitive, showing myself gratitude, and then visualizing myself being connected and being whole, and just letting it flow from there. So that's where I'm at today. So I just finished my day 16 visualization. I did a bit of a different one on self-love. So it wasn't one that I'd done before, and I actually found it was quite powerful. Like, as you can see, my face has turned all red. So I could really feel energetically that something was actually moving throughout my body, just visualising. So it was mainly centred around visualising this like golden beam of light entering my body through my head and travelling through my body. And I can just really see I've actually changed colour just from visualisation. So that's quite a powerful thing that can happen during the course of doing a visualization. So pretty interesting. I'll be trying that one, maybe not tomorrow. I'll just see whatever my intuition guides me to do tomorrow. So check in with you then. Bye. So that was the end of my day 17 visualization. Feeling quite good and peaceful. It's beautiful to actually be out in nature and to just ground myself and just be immersed in the activity of, here's my doggo as well, activity of working in the garden and showing my appreciation for the garden, for nature, and just reminding myself of all the goodness that's actually in my life, which I find really boosts my self-esteem. So I look forward to checking in with you tomorrow. Bye. Hi everyone, it's day 18 and I'm about to do my visualisation. Feeling okay, feeling a little bit frustrated today at sometimes me just wanting to control situations that are external to myself, namely other people, and sometimes when that happens I end up getting frustrated about my own self and like, oh, why can't I control these situations, and why can't I just butt out, or and then coming down to, I'm no good, like I should be able to know better, do better, etc. So it's a good time to be able to sit down and just visualise on myself being happy and whole and sending love to myself and sending love to others. So I'll check back after I'm done. Okay, just completed my day 18 visualisation, and it was based on compassion. So it was quite a lovely visualisation, sort of based on bringing people into my heart and making room in my heart for them and for myself. So yeah, like I feel still a little bit agitated about that situation, but at the end of the day, all I can do is let go and show that level of compassion and love to others and to myself, and know that just in the day and in the moment everything's okay and I can let go. So I'll see you tomorrow. Hi everyone, day 19. Sort of had a busy day. I had to have some dental work this morning, so I was able to try and keep in my body and sort of visualise myself being well and try and actually stay in the moment, which is uncomfortable for me to do when I'm in the dentist chair. I was just sort of doing that and just tuning into my breath and to my body. But I'll sit down and do another visualisation shortly, and I'll get back to you after. So I just completed the meditation on, I chose a visualisation for patience, fostering patience and acceptance, and being able to just sit with myself and visualise myself being calm and being at peace. And that was actually quite lovely, because I realised sometimes expectations is a resentment just waiting to happen. Like, I find that sometimes I can get sort of quite irritated or snappy because I'm expecting a particular result, or expecting people to say or act in a particular way. And so when I just was looking up on podcasts, different visualizations, I saw that one there on patience and acceptance, and I thought, yep, that's the one I'm going to do. So that's me for day 20. Hi everyone, it's day 30. Yay, I can't believe it. I've gotten to the end of the visualization challenge. It's been quite an interesting, sometimes confronting journey of being able to sort of, firstly just be vulnerable with myself and with you guys to what's going on. And also I think the biggest learning thing has been just practicing the self-awareness and sort of giving myself that time to pause and check in and see what's actually going on with me, because often I would just be sort of like in an automatic pilot, get on with my day and not stop to inquire to what's going on or give myself the space to be able to do meditation or a visualization or and sort of just see what's actually going on with myself. So it's been really interesting to be able to do that. I've enjoyed the process, and it's been challenging as well. So I'll sit down and do my last visualization and then get back to you afterwards. So I just completed a healthy body guided visualization, which was lovely. Just, once again, just reiterating the message I'm trying to send to myself, that I'm complete and I have everything that I need within myself. I just have to remind myself to send love in every day, and then, then I'll be able to actually have the energy and the focus to be able to love, everybody else that's around me. And I find that when I'm more connected and I'm even tapping into awareness of what I need for that day, I can often go out and operate in this world from a much better place. I've really enjoyed the process, and it's been nice to be able to form that new habit, which I would like to continue, of just being able to take the time out in my day to be able to do these visualizations and just give myself the quiet and the space to just to really tune in. And that's it from me. I've enjoyed it, and I hope you've enjoyed watching my journey as well. Thanks.
That feeling to me is like a feeling I go through every day. Is like, I'm not good enough.
Wow.
You know, I can do better. Why am I doing better? You know, I feel like I'm being judged all the time.
Yeah.
And for me, that is a really hard feeling to interpret, deal with at the time as well.
Yeah.
Especially with work and things like that, where you think, you see, like, I try to not react to people's body actions and stuff like that too. When I see like some sort of like reaction that I get from things like that, I'm like, have I done this right? Have I done it wrong? Oh crap, I could have done this better. And that's where it starts to kick in.
Hey guys, so it's my day one of my reading exercise. I got this instruction thingy today explaining what I need to do for 30 days. And I also got this book called Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. So I had a bit of a brief read about this before. I was quite moved by his story about how the guy pretty much got stuffed up in a car accident and his life was pretty much ruined, and how he pretty much turned his life around with his powerful messages in this book. So my goal in the next 30 days is to read this book and basically find out, just read a bit more about being mindful and so forth as well. I mean, I'm not really used to sort of reading books about this type of stuff and sort of talking about mindfulness and things like that too. But what I was really taken back by is just his story about what he went through to basically get to this point, you know. I've only just gone through the introduction part and pretty much got to the very start, but the one thing that I did catch was this one part where it goes, quote, "You've got to wake up every morning with determination if you're going to go to bed with satisfaction." So what that pretty much means is be determined to wake up, do what you have to do, and feel satisfied with what you do at the end of the day. Morning all. It's 5:30 in the morning, or I think it's 5:30, I don't know, 5:45. I've just gotten up and I'm starting day one of this lifesaver thing called the exercise. So it's a little letter that I got from the 30-day thing I'm doing for this project. I don't even know what I'm saying, I'm still half asleep. So basically what it says here is to do at least 20 minutes of workout exercise every day. So I've taken it on my stride to wake up super early this morning. I'm half asleep, so I'm going to see if I can do 20 minutes. It's been a while since I've been up this early to do exercise. And we'll see how we go. Got a few things in mind, just basic exercise like push-ups and probably some weights and things like that too. It's just important I get back into this, so I've got to try and break the cycle. It was really hard getting up this morning, especially at this time. I'm not a fan of mornings to get up so early, so we'll see how we go. So day one, here we go.
Hey everyone, back again. This is day 2 of my fitness exercise regime for the 30-day thing that I'm doing for this project. I've just arrived at the Frankston Aquatic Centre where I go swimming. So as you can see around there, this is where I go swimming all the time. So this is a bit of a second home to me when I was losing a lot of weight previously. So I've come back today to do my 20 minutes of exercise, which will probably be more, doing some swimming. So yeah, I'm going to head in now, get some laps done. Then I'll come back out and I'll see how we go after that. So, can't wait.
Alright, so we've just done 15 laps in the pool. Pretty much about 750 metres in the old scale, or whatever new scale, whatever you mean. So that's done for the day. Actually, you feel pretty good. I was feeling pretty tired before. And so, yeah, this is pretty good for day 2. I'm pretty happy with that. I've reached my 15 lap milestone now. So for the next lap, the next set we do, hopefully going for 20. So 20 laps for me is a kilometre. So hopefully I can get back up to 20 laps, and then after that we'll try and get a bit further and further up the chain of swimming. So it's been pretty good. So overall, how I feel? Great. So off to do some filming now, so we'll see how we go. And yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Hi everyone, back again for another chapter of the Miracle Morning. So just before I was going to bed actually, because I actually find I enjoy reading more at night before I go to sleep. And in the morning, yeah, look, I don't mind it, but I tend to sort of absorb things more at night before I go to sleep when I read, which is kind of the way I work with a lot of things actually. Just read chapter 4, so a couple of little interesting things, talking about just the amount of sleep that you require and basically about the reasons why we feel so tired in the morning and things like that too. two little quotes that sort of caught me in this little chapter. Like one of them was, "You snooze, you lose." It's quite a common old term that you've probably heard in a lot of sayings and things like that too. And it kind of has a point. Like obviously, the more you sleep, I mean, the more time you're wasting in the day where you could be more productive doing more positive things. Hi again everyone, this is now day 3 of the exercise regime. I mean, I'm not exactly dressed for it, as you can see. I'm still wearing my jeans and my t-shirt from today. We're going to do just a couple of just basic exercises today. I've decided for the first 10 days I'm just going to do some basic static exercises just to get back into the shape of things. And then when we get to day 10 and onwards, we're going to be rolling a 20-sided dice. But I'll explain that when the time comes and we get a bit closer. So I'm going to get into it now. We'll see how we go. We've got a couple of push-ups coming up, a couple of sit-ups. Oh, I don't know about sit-ups, but mainly push-ups, some weights, and maybe just some body drops and some planking maybe. We'll see how we go.
Even though you heard that, did you feel like this isn't right to be saying these things, or did you believe that that was the truth about you?
At the beginning, I believed it wasn't true, and I said, like, yeah, I can do what I want. But then, because it happened that many times, I started to believe it.
Yeah.
But when I had started talking to my friends about what was happening, they said, "Oh, hang on a second, this is a big red flag. You need to get out. This isn't right." That's when I kind of did a reverse and thought, he can't control me, I need to get out.
So when you're doing the negative self-talk, do you ever find that you actually believe those thoughts?
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's so many things that I've been wanting to do and I just don't do it because, like, when people say, "Why didn't you do it?" I just said, "Look, I didn't think I could do it." The lifesaver I have chosen is visualization. So for the next 30 days, I'm just basically going to feel myself here and there about my lifesaver. Visualization helps you find, manifest and focus on your goals and aspirations. Once you have these images and visions in your mind, you can also start to feel the emotions you have for them, which can help you, motivate you, and keep them reaching your goals. So it's now day 2 of the documentary. I've actually just gone out and got myself a corkboard, or you could call it a corkboard. It's just the closest thing I found at Kmart. Obviously got myself a pen because I can't find the pens I had, and some sticky notes. So what I'm going to do with these is any kind of visualizations that I have, I'm going to stick them on the board, and let's just see if I actually will either follow these or achieve these. And they're just obviously just little ideas I have that I want. So far I'm feeling quite confident, and I'm just really hoping I don't screw anything up, and let's see how we go. I know day 2 is just going to be really short, and hopefully down the track it will get longer as well as I get more ideas. Oh, I also downloaded the book on Audible. If I've got the right book, it's called The Miracle Morning. So Ali, you recommended this book. If I remember the right book, I had a memory of a goldfish yesterday. So let's just hope I picked the right book. And so far I've listened to about 5 chapters so far, and it really is quite similar to what we're doing, and I feel like I have chosen the right book. And so far this whole book has been really, really good, so highly recommend anyone watching this downloads this book. Alright, day 3 tomorrow. Hey, so it's day 3. Today I've actually started making my board. It kind of just fell. I need to get some pins. What I've done is I've started writing down things I am visualizing right now to get myself into a better mindset and just to help me hit my goal and what I want in life. So far the ideas I've got is, well, the main thing is myself visualizing going back to study, and I've wrote that down. I've wrote down what tools do I need to hit this goal. I've also visualized myself to relax more, because trust me, I really need to do that. I have to keep dyeing my hair every second week. I've also visualized myself to stop asking people for permission for everything. There are certain things that I shouldn't have to ask permission for, but I feel as if I have to. I've also visualized myself to meditate more, and I really would like to start doing that as well. Of course, I'm probably going to add to this board down the track as well. Yeah, I think that's all for day 3. I'm really hoping I'm doing this right. Okay, day 4 coming up. So this morning I visualized myself, sort of like, I've got makeup on my top. I visualized myself possibly having a good day at work, and like not stressing about anything, and to be truthful, I failed at that. I'm kind of struggling with visualizing ideas. Usually in the morning I sit down and just think about what can I visualize, and I'm finding I was struggling with thinking what I can do in the morning. So what I actually did, I actually just YouTubed some people that have done this, and came across one lady who actually wrote down in the book things that she had visualized, and she sits down each morning and look at it. I already had my visualization board, but I just found it wasn't working because it's quite massive, and I didn't really have anywhere to put it where the cat wouldn't found it. And she found it underneath the bed, and the sticky notes were falling down, and couldn't find the sticky notes, and all this kind of stuff happened. So figured the book is a really good idea. So I started doing, I'm just going to try and flip the camera. Actually, can I? No, I can't. So I'm just going to turn the phone upside down. So what, I'm going to fail at this. How well can you see this?
Do you ever put yourself down?
Yeah, I think I'm probably my worst enemy sometimes. And it's sometimes really hard to switch that off. Like, it's like that little inner voice. It's you, but it's not you. Just sort of putting yourself down, doubting yourself. But at the same time, you know really deep down it's not true, but it's overpowering.
Yeah. So is this where you hear that voice more than others, do you think?
I think sometimes, well, at the moment, like my life, I'm just trying to do all these things to not hear that voice, so it doesn't get so loud and out of control.
Mm-hmm.
But probably, if I'm a little bit tired or run down, or just having one of those days, that's when I feel like it's the loudest.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's really hard to get out of sometimes. It's really frustrating.
Yeah, and so what are the type of things that you've heard yourself say to yourself?
Yeah, I can think of plenty. So sort of when I'm going to step out of the house, or I know I have to go somewhere where I'm going to have to see friends or see people, like, let's say it's in front of the mirror.
Yeah.
Just really hating what I'm seeing, like looking disgusting, or I'm ugly, or I'm, not good enough. I think that's sort of like something every morning that I tend to do, is go in the mirror and just I feel repulsed.
Wow.
Yeah. Even though I'm just like, I know that's not really true, but it feels very true in here. It hurts. Hi, I'm Eleni. I'm 21, and my lifesaver is affirmations. This was what was given to me, so for the next 30 days I have to do this for 5 minutes in front of the mirror and say my positive affirmations. I've chosen a few, but this booklet has over 100, so that's where I sort of try and compile a few that will resonate with me. So it has the benefits of affirmations here. An affirmation is anything you say or think. And what we normally say, it can be quite negative. and it doesn't create good experiences for us. So we have to retrain that thinking and positive patterns if we want to change our lives. So yeah, I think this is going to be really interesting for me because, you know, I've woken up this morning, standing in front of the mirror, and I just, you know, I was picking at my body and my fat, and I don't know, I really hate what I see, and it's been like this for a really long time now. I've been battling with anxiety and depression for over, I think, 10 years. So, you know, it's sort of been a habit. Just wake up, look in the mirror, not like what I see, try and fix it, try and cover it up. Yeah, so I'm pretty much my worst enemy. And like, I know when people tell me and they reassure me that it's not like that. Like, I want to believe that, but like deep down inside I don't. So a lot of the affirmations I've chosen are sort of around that. So I'm interested to see how this goes over the next 30 days. All is well in my world. Everything is working out for my highest good. I'm comfortable looking in the mirror and saying, I love you, I really love you. I forgive myself and set myself free. I now go beyond others' fears and limitation. I'm divinely guided and protected at all times. Deep at the center of my being is an infinite well of love. I attract only healthy relationships. I am always treated well. I do not have to prove myself to anyone. Okay. So that's just a bit of that, but I'll have to go do that for 5 minutes. So I'll check in after. I've done my 5 minutes of affirmations today, so I've done my daily task. It's really weird. I read through it 2 times because I've got 2 pages and a bit, so it takes me about 5 minutes to do that. And then after I was done, I was sort of staring in the mirror a little bit, and it was easier for me to sort of read the line in my head first and then read it out loud, so I could look in the mirror while I was doing it versus before when I was trying to hold the phone and do it. So yeah, after that exercise, I don't know, it still feels really weird, but I think after it, I was able to sort of see myself a little differently. I don't know, there's just something that shifted a tiny bit, and not that I'm totally like love myself, but like there was just something like almost like a tolerance for what I was seeing in front of me. Oh yeah, that's day 2. It's day 4. I didn't have an amazing day yesterday, but I've woken up today with, I don't know, a tiny bit of, I don't know, I feel like it's going to be tolerable. And after I do my affirmations, I think that will help keep sort of like a positive mantra in my head when it feels like too much. I'm feeling a slight shift, but there still is a lot of resistance to it, and like I really don't want to do it because it feels really weird. But like I know that I feel like it's gonna help, and I feel like it is helping. Like once it's done, like it actually feels pretty good, and then you kind of forget about it, and then you catch yourself throughout the day and be like, oh hey, that really resonates, or someone says something to you and like you're like, that actually really resonates with me and what I'm going through at the moment. So interesting. Hello, it's day 7. I'm recording this at the end of my day
because I couldn't do my affirmations earlier in the day. Summary of my day. It was an intense day. Mental health wise, I was in a bit of a struggle, but I persevered through, and I think maybe it is the affirmations or something around that, but yeah, sort of like more in tune with my thoughts, which is pretty cool. So I did my affirmations, and I'm starting to find it much easier to do them. And I'm finding myself going back to particular ones and repeating them more, the ones that I feel like I need the most. So that's pretty cool. And I feel like, yeah, I'm getting more in tune within here. And it's pretty cool. It's still hard. It's cool to have both options there, and to actively choose how I'm gonna feel, even if I don't really believe it fully. Still, it changes things just slightly. So I've done my 5 minutes of affirmation this morning. I feel like it's getting easier to read. I feel like, I don't know, I can see how this will set up a better day for me. And I can really, when I say them, I can really feel it challenging the negative thought, like the opposing thought to it. So it's kind of nice to have both in there rather than just one. So I've done my 5 minutes of affirmations. It was really funny today because I was feeling so like shitty this morning, and then as I was doing them, I was getting angry. Like, it started off really just, you know, me just sort of like getting the words out. I'm like, I don't want to do this, and then by the end, I was like okay with it. I was like almost smiling, and I was like, that's really funny. But yeah, I've got to say, there's just sometimes it really frustrates me how I feel and how I want to feel. It's really frustrating. But as we only control how we feel, can't control situations. So I think there's just some situations right now in my life where I feel like I can't control, and that really bothers me, but I'm letting it go. So it's day 9, and I'm going to do my affirmations. I'm not having the best day today, and yeah, I don't feel really well, but I did rewrite my affirmations. I sort of made it more as like I don't know, like I put them in a certain order that I feel like works for me, and like the ones that sort of resonate with me the most, and I sort of added a little bit more depth to it, which, you know, they did say that I would probably do that. So yeah, it's pretty cool seeing how much I've sort of taken a liking to it. Yeah, it's probably one of the most tedious tasks of my day, and I want to avoid it. But then once I do it, I'm really glad that I do it. I was able to do exercise, and it was not in like a negative way, because of my eating disorder in the past. It made it really difficult to exercise without an obsessive thought or being like, I'm doing this to burn calories. But now with the affirmations, like I know that it sort of feels more like a holistic sort of, I'm exercising to feel good, and like my body deserves to feel good, and yeah, it's really it's nice to know. It's day 11, and I'm struggling to keep up with life at the moment. I think it's important for me to do this, but it's also sometimes important to recognise that you're not having a good day, but that's okay, because you can make it a better day, or you don't have to. You can just sort of go with it. I think I'm learning to be
able to sort of sit with things that are uncomfortable.
I feel much better after doing the affirmations. I really wanted to not do them today, and I think that's when I need to do them the most. There's a big resistance, but I've done it, and I actually am really thankful for it.
Accepting compliments better. You know, someone today said, "Oh, you look really nice." I'm like, "Oh, thanks." Like, I know. And then they're just like, "Whoa, cocky." And I'm like, "Oh." Well, it didn't feel cocky. Like, it didn't feel like egotistical. Like, you know, when you're trying to be confident and like, you're like, "Yeah, I know." Like, you know, but, you know, it almost feels wrong to accept a compliment, where this time it didn't. It felt like, yeah, you're right. So yes, I think that's a positive. Some pretty negative thoughts churning through my head, but at the same time I feel like I have something that helps. And just by saying a few of those affirmations, I've found that throughout my day that some of them, they come into my mind. Like when I'm dealing with a certain thing, like sometimes my response will be like one of the affirmations, which I think is pretty cool. And I'm actually waking up really needing to do my affirmations, which is the first time ever I actually need to do this, otherwise my day is just not going to be okay. Like, I need them right now because right now I don't feel good at all. I love being a light. I'm compassionate to myself and others, and I stand in my power with love and truth for all to see. I am powerful as I am in the present moment. It is safe to look within. I forgive myself and set myself free. I love. It's day 20 and I'm doing my affirmations now in the evening because I couldn't do them this morning. And I just would like to say that today has been the worst day of my life. And I'm not feeling good at all. And yeah, we're at day 20 of doing the affirmations, and I feel like today's one of those days where I really hate doing affirmations, and I'm not on my side today. I really am not on my side today. But I know once I do them, I might be able to feel a little bit better, you know? But today was a prime example of that negative self-talk still ruling my life. I do acting, and in my acting class, we were watching back our work with everyone, and then, you know, the teacher asked me what I thought, and I said, like, you know, I just hate what I see, and he said, well, can you elaborate on that? And then as I had to elaborate, it made me really upset. And it upset other people in my class because, you know, they can't believe the things that I was saying and how I see myself. So it's still something I'm going to have to constantly work on. I don't think, you know, in such a short amount of time I'm going to feel drastically different, but I can see that it can make a difference because I understand where people are coming from, and I want to really believe them, and to a point I do, but I still suffer these negative emotions around feeling, you know, worthless and not being good enough. So yeah, just got to keep at it. After having such a bad night Saturday, I think I reevaluated a lot of things, and I think they're more specific now, and I think that's really cool that I can see what needs to be changed and actually being able to utilize the affirmations and develop them over time depending what's going on in my life. Glad that I'm able to do this in the morning straight after doing some stretching, because I find that that's when it's probably the best for me. Hi, it's day 24 and I've done my 5 minutes of affirmations and now I have to quickly go to work. I feel much more positive, I suppose. The affirmations really help because, yeah, there's less negative talk, and when there is, it's cool to be able to challenge that. I have decided to leave my yoga mat out
and have some candles and some incense going when I do my affirmations, so that's ready for the morning to be done. I think, yeah, that's a really helpful idea and it makes it quite pleasant to do. Hello, it's day 28 and I've done my affirmations for the day. I have found that the day has gone pretty, I don't know, it's really weird. I feel like the things I'm starting to say are just sort of slowly just making them way into my life, and I'm feeling pretty blessed at the moment, so yeah, so far so good. Day 29. So I've done my affirmations for today and I've also set up my mat for tomorrow morning, so then I can do my affirmations bright and early. That means I can film this bright and early, and just generally have a better day when you do everything at the beginning. So I wake up and do my affirmations, have a bit of a stretch, and set up the day for a good day. I think it's pretty crazy that it's day 29, which means tomorrow will be day 30, which means I've done this for an entire month, which I think is really cool. And that's about it. Hello, it's day 30, just about to head out for school, and yeah, I can't believe that I've gotten to day 30. I'm pretty amazed by that, and yeah, it's just weird. I got a text message from a friend this morning and was talking about visualization, affirmations, and something else, but I was just like, whoa, that's really funny that she gave it to me or texted it to me this morning when here I am at day 30. And I would have to say the last week has been, well, the last 2 weeks really have been really like intense, lots of transformation for myself, and lots of ups and downs, but I've got to say I'm pretty amazed by the outcome in certain situations and aspects of my life, and the type of relationships I've got at the moment and what I've attracted. So yeah, I really believe that it's been really helpful.
Do you ever give yourself compliments?
Not regularly, unless I'm like joking around with them.
Ah, interesting, okay. So like if you were to look into the mirror, would you ever say like a nice thing about yourself on purpose?
Not often, no.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Workouts like sit-ups, push-ups and stuff, and then I'd usually go for a run or something.
Nice.
Right, hi. Today is the first of 30 days for me to be attempting a lifesaver. My lifesaver was exercise, and I guess I'll be doing 30 days of exercise, 20 minutes per day. I feel pretty motivated to do this. I'm pretty excited. I decided to get up at 5:30 every day to get this done before school. Not really loving the idea of this, but hey, hopefully I'll get used to it. I think I chose a really good one that can improve your mental health, because exercise has a lot of great benefits. One being it can help your brain and memory, which will be great because I've got school today. Alright, let's see how it goes. Bye. Alright, so I just completed the first workout. Yay! I started off with 5 minutes of stretching, then I moved on to 5 minutes of just floor workouts, such as sit-ups, push-ups, and planks. Then I went outside and ran for 10 minutes. My limbs are a bit sore, but overall I feel great. I could do it again. I feel motivated and ready for the day. It's put me in a better mood overall, and yeah, I would recommend it. I don't really see how it would help my brain and memory, but let's see how it goes over this journey. Alright, bye. And it's day 2. Alright, day 2 of 30 of this 30 days of a lifesaver thingy. I don't even know what to call it. Anyway, I'm pretty excited to do it. Not as excited as I was yesterday, probably because yesterday was the first day of it and I was excited to start. Today I'm just... Anyway, I feel like what I did yesterday on the first day of exercising, I said that it probably wouldn't be beneficial to my mental health, but I feel like it was. I was a lot more concentrated in class and I was overall much happier throughout the day, believe it or not. Anyway, I'm excited to start seeing the outcomes of what happened yesterday. Turns out moderate exercise actually helps with protecting skin and anti-aging, so if that's true, I'm never gonna stop exercising. Alright, day 2 of exercising starting now. Bye! It's day 3 of this 30 days of exercising thing. I'm really tired. I didn't sleep really well last night. Yeah, so it was pretty hard for me to get up to do this, but I'm gonna try. It's particularly cold today, so I'm gonna wear a jumper while I do this. Yeah, well, apparently exercising is good if you're like tired. It boosts your energy levels, I've noticed throughout the past 2 days, and it's also a fact. Hope it's gonna work today because I think I need it. Let's see how it goes. Bye. Day 3 is done. Honestly, I feel like it actually worked. I do feel a lot better. I did notice it throughout the past 2 days, so it wasn't really surprising, but I was really tired this morning and I didn't expect it to have the same effect it did yesterday and the day before. But honestly, it did. I feel so much better. I feel better. I feel more open to taking on the day. I don't feel ready because, like, I don't really want to go to school anyway, but I do feel better, and I feel like, because I'm going to have to go to school anyway, I feel like it's just going to be easier to take on the day than it would have been if I had just woken up normally. Yeah, so I advise working out if you're really tired in the mornings or whenever you're working out, because it really works. Okay, bye! And it's day 4 of this 30 days of exercising thing. Today I feel a lot better than I did yesterday. I did actually get a decent night's sleep, so I actually felt good to know that I'm waking up to do this today. I'm excited, I do enjoy it, and it does put me in a better mood throughout the day, and it actually is scientifically proven that no matter how intense your workout is, your mood will benefit from it. I have noticed that it is true. I'm going to just compare from now to after this workout to see how accurate it really is, and to show everyone who is doubting it that it is actually legitimate. Alright, bye. Day 4 is completed. Alright, so today I did pay really close attention to how my overall mood changed from before to after. Honestly, I do feel like I've been put in a better mood. I feel ready to actually socialise with people, because on some mornings when I'm just not in the game at the moment, I don't really want to talk to anyone because they just annoy me, but it's just woken me up more, made me more alert, and I feel more open to talking to people, and actually I've just been put in a much better mood than I was when I first woke up. And day 5 is completed. I do feel better. I'm a bit but it was overall pretty good. Yeah. I do feel better. I'm more energized. pretty much the same as I felt every other day after doing this. But I feel like I'm gonna like change it up, like do a different set of exercises as of like tomorrow, because it's been getting a bit easier to do it each day and I kind of want to challenge myself a bit, so let's see how it goes. And it's day 6 and I'm pretty upset that I don't have enough fingers to do this. Yay! Everything I said yesterday was like, I feel like the first day you're pretty excited to do it, and then like the days after that it's just like I don't really want to get up and do this. I think yesterday I was just in a good mood. Anyway, not really excited to do this. I don't really want to at all, but I'm gonna do it. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Bye. And it's day 7 of this 30 days of exercising lifesaver thingy. I didn't really feel motivated or excited to do this at all today. I just kind of went to sleep. It's my grandfather's funeral today. I didn't really feel like getting out of bed at all, but I'm going to try to take my mind off of it by doing this. Yeah. Instead of just doing like my usual 5 minutes of stretching, 5 minutes of like normal like floor exercise thingamajiggies and then 10 minutes of run, I would like do like less stretches and then like less floor thingamajiggies and then like more just running. I'm going to try to do 12 to 15 minutes of a run today. Let's see how it goes. Bye. And day 9 of this 30 days of a lifesaver thing is completed. I do feel pretty good. I did 5 minutes of just stretch. It was like a mixture of like stretching and just basic floor exercise things like push-ups, sit-ups, burpees, and then I did 15 minutes of a run. Surprisingly, I'm not getting hot when I'm outside as much, but it's really cold. But in the mornings, especially at like 5:30, which is the time I'm doing these, but usually I would want to take my hoodies off, but I'm not doing that at all. It's actually freezing outside. I do feel a lot better, and I feel more ready to like take on the day and stuff, so that's good. Yeah, so bye. It's day 9 of this 30 days of exercising thingy lifesaver. Once again, pretty tired in the morning. Getting used to it now. It's kind of like, it's honestly becoming easier to wake up in the mornings. And I do feel a bit more ready for going for a run today, because I don't know, I just feel better and more ready to do it. Some days I feel good to do it, and some days I just want to sleep. Today's kind of like an in-between day. We'll see how it goes, alright? And day 10 of the 30 days of a lifesaver thing is completed. I feel like I do feel more energized to take on the day. I have been noticing that as a pattern, but I am pretty tired from like running. I decided I would just kind of add an additional 5 minutes, so I did 5 minutes of stretching and the usual floor workout thingies, and then also I did a 20 minutes of a run jog thingy, and the extra 5 minutes did make a difference. But I do feel better, and I was paying close attention to like how my mind was going. I was just zoning back in every couple of minutes, and I did notice my mind was just completely off it. I did feel completely fine, and like I didn't really feel like anything that have been worrying about at all for the past few days. It just kind of didn't matter in that time, and I didn't really notice that for the past few days, so that's really good. And yeah, so I do recommend it, and it is beneficial, so yay! Alright, bye! Day 8 of the 30 Days of a Lifesaver thing is completed. I felt really tired in the morning. I do feel a bit more awake. My muscles are a bit sore because I kind of like exercised for a bit. I did 5 minutes of stretching, and then I kind of went on a jog for like 15 minutes, but I like sprinted a bit of it, if that makes sense. I do feel more awake, more energized, and just kind of like, yeah, yeah. I feel like it does get easier a little bit every day, but like, I just don't like waking up this early to do it. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow. Bye! And day 12 of this 30 Days of a Lifesaver thing is completed. I do feel better. Yeah, I do feel a lot more energized, ready to take on the day. That isn't the point I made today, but like, and I do make it really clear at the start and end of each workout, but I do feel like it is a point worth mentioning. Like, a lot of people feel like, oh, I'm not going to exercise, it's going to wear me out, or I'm too tired to do it, but it really does have the opposite effect as long as you don't overdo it. And I think 20-30 minutes every morning really can't do you any harm at all. Yeah, I did feel it was very beneficial, and I look forward to doing it again tomorrow. Alright, bye! And it's day 12 of this 30 Days of a Lifesaver thing. I felt pretty good to do this today. I did get a good sleep. That is actually thanks to these exercises I've been doing in the mornings. This isn't my only form of exercise in the day. I do also participate in a lot of sporting at school. I do have outside of school sports as well. But this extra 20-30 minutes that I add each day does actually benefit a lot. So yeah, in the end it just helps itself because I sleep better, so I'm more happy to do this in the mornings, which is good. I'm just gonna jump right in and do it, so bye. Day 13 is completed. I don't know, it's pretty much the same thing every day. I do feel like I'm in a much better mood, more ready to take on the day. Yeah, overall I would recommend it. It is really good, it does feel really good when you're doing it. And in your mind you just know, hey, I'm working out, which is really good for my health, really good for my body. And I'm also putting myself in a better mood and helping myself sleep better and helping myself with my memory for school. Wow, why haven't I not done this before? This is amazing. I should be doing this for the rest of my life. Yeah, it's just really beneficial. I really, really would recommend it. No matter like what you're going through, your life could be perfect. And I say exercise every day, your life could be like going downhill. And like exercise every day, you feel better about everything. It's something that you really should be able to take 20-30 minutes out of your day just to put towards this. It's really, really, I would really recommend it. Alright, bye! And it's day 14 of this 30 Days of a Lifesaver thing. Wow, I'm almost halfway. It went really quickly, actually. This morning I do feel good to do it. I feel like every day is getting easier, but then I can't really say that because every now and then I do have a day where it's actually really hard to actually get out of bed and stuff. But I think it all depends on like your mood and how you're feeling that day. Like some days I just wake up and I'm like, what? I do not want to do this at all, and I'll just manage to roll out of bed, chuck on some shorts and a jumper, and then sit down to film this. And then some mornings like today, I'll get up, feel like ready to take on the day. You know, like the stereotype when people wake up after, like in movies, they're like, wow, good morning everyone. Yeah, and then yeah, when I wake up like that, which happens more often than not since I've been doing this, I'll be able to make my bed, get dressed, wash my face, and I feel completely ready to go exercise, and then just as soon as I'm done, film this and go have a shower. I do feel like every little thing you do in your life does alter your routines and the way you go about your day, and that's really cool. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. Okay, bye. And day 15 of this 30 days of a lifesaver thing is completed. I enjoyed it. It's pretty good. I just I did 5 minutes of stretching, and then I went on a 25-minute run. I'm supposed to be doing 20 minutes, but I decided to add an extra 10 minutes. It is good. I do enjoy it, and I feel like it's really beneficial, and I really feel like I'm improving in a lot of aspects because of it. So yeah. Yeah, I've pretty much said all I needed to say about it because of everything else I've said over the past couple of days. I don't really want to sound too repetitive, but it's all true. I do, like, I'm saying it all honestly, and I do think that people should exercise on a daily basis. Right, bye. And day 16 of this 30 days of a lifesaver thingy is completed. I feel pretty good about it, as I do after every workout thingy. I am enjoying it, I've said that before, but it is really good. I feel like with every day I'm becoming more and more okay with doing it. Yeah, and yeah, it was better without the jumper, but like I was a lot colder at the start, which kind of like motivated me to like do more, so that was alright. Yeah, so it was really good. Okay, bye. And day 17 of this 30 days of a lifesaver thingy is completed. I didn't do it as much as I usually would, or I have been doing for the past few days. Like I said, I do feel a bit sick. My voice changed after I drank water and coughed a bit, but it's still not good. Yeah, I did 5 minutes of just like sit-ups, push-ups, stretching, squats and stuff, and then I did 10 minutes of running. I didn't do as much as always because I just did not feel up to it today, and then I just came back in and did some just stretches. Yeah, I'll see how I go tomorrow. Right, bye. And it's day 17 of this 30 days of a lifesaver thingy. My voice is pretty sore this morning. I think I'm getting a bit sick. Well, I'm looking forward to doing it today. I feel alright. I'm still up to it, just like not as much as the past few days. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So, bye. Day 18 of this 30 days of a lifesaver thingy is completed. Yeah, I came inside and as I was cooling down from my run and stuff, I just decided I was really cold, so I put my jumper on. Yeah, that's why I'm wearing it right now. It felt alright doing it, but like I am pretty sure I'm getting sick, and that's affecting how I'm going because I feel like I have a lower stamina than I did the other days. Is that what it's called, lower stamina? I don't know. I had less stamina. Yeah. All in all, it went alright. I just don't feel as good as I did the other few days as I was doing it. Well, I'll see how I go tomorrow and the day after that. And yeah. Alright, bye. And it's day 18 of this 30 days of a lifesaver thingy. I am pretty sure I am getting sick, but I'm still gonna do it anyway. Maybe just the way I did it yesterday, not full out, but still do it. I don't know, I didn't feel good getting out of bed to do it this morning, but then again, I'm pretty sure I do feel really sick, and I'm pretty sure I am getting sick, so at least I have an excuse. But I feel like everyone would have a couple of days every now and then where they just do not at all want to do it. So today was one of those days for me, so I'm just gonna get it over and done with, and I'll let everyone know how it goes when I'm done. Alright, bye. And day 20 of this 30 days of a lifesaver thingy is completed. It was alright, not my best, but it was alright. I think it was better than yesterday, but yeah, could use some work. Could use some healing. That's, yeah. It went okay, I'm pretty sure. I do feel like it is making a difference, and I do feel better after I do it each day. And I realised I haven't said anything like this in a while, but exercise has actually been shown to reduce symptoms of anxiety. And yeah, just thought I should share that, because no matter what you're going through, whether you're sick, depressed, you have anxiety, or you're like something else, exercise can still make you feel better, and that is very important, and people should take that very seriously because it can help you. And yeah, alright, bye. And day 21 of this 30 days of a lifesaver thingy is completed. I decided to go back to the original thing I was doing at the start, which was just 5 minutes of stretching, 5 minutes of like sit-ups, push-ups, planks, burpees, squats, and then a 10-minute just instead of a sprint, like I have not been sprinting, I've just been doing like a fast jog, so like don't think I was doing like a full-on sprint. Yeah, I just went back to that because like being sick, I've not been feeling up to doing a full 30 minutes of like intense workout. But that's completely fine what I did. If you're not up to doing the whole 30 minutes like I wasn't today, you don't have to. It's not even like required, it's just 20 minutes is like what you're supposed to do. It's legit, honestly, just 20 minutes of a workout. That's more than enough. Like that's what you're supposed to be doing. Like I just push myself to do it more because I find that more challenging and it's more beneficial towards me as a person. So I'll see how we go tomorrow and I'll let you know how that works out. Alright, bye. And it's day 19 of this 30 days of a lifesaver thingy. I was right, I am getting sick. So I feel like that did affect how I performed the past few days. I did not feel like getting up to do this today. Like, I felt less willing to do it than I have at all throughout this whole thing, but I decided to do it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna see how I go. I'm not gonna go as much as I have with like the past few weeks, but I'm gonna try to go. Alright, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, bye. And day 19 of this 30 days of a lifesaver thingy is completed. Yeah, I have noticed that for the past few days I have gotten like less and less with my like abilities to do most of these things that I'm doing. I don't feel 100%, but I'm pushing through it, which at least I'm sticking to this. Yeah, so I tell you, even if you feel sick, even if you are sick, still doing this, it should make you feel better, because I do feel better now than I did before I started. So if you feel sick, still exercise. Alright, bye. And it's day 20 of this 30 days in the lifesaver thingy. My voice has gotten better, which is really good. I'm really happy with that. And yeah, I did not feel any better today. I took my temperature before I did this and it was still pretty high. But I'm still gonna do it, and I'm just gonna try to get through it as best as possible. Yeah, so bye. And it's day 21 of this 30 days of a lifesaver thing. Wow, I'm almost completed this. This morning I woke up, did not feel too good. I think probably because I'm still sick, that would definitely have something to do with it. But I did feel better than I have the past few days. I'm only going to do 20 minutes today, and just because I pushed it up to 30 minutes most days, it doesn't mean that everyone should. It's just because I do a lot of physical activity. I do a lot of it throughout my daily life. Like I do soccer, I do running for school. I'm just generally a really active person. This is just an additional workout I do in the mornings. It doesn't mean that everyone should go full out. It doesn't mean you should do excessive amounts. Doesn't mean you should add an extra 10 minutes if you're not up for it. It's only because I wanted to push myself to do something that was that would actually benefit me as a person. So yeah, with that said, I'm just gonna get on with it. So goodbye. Okay, let's go. Bye-bye. And day 22 of this 30 days of a lifesaver thingy is completed. It was really good. I do enjoy doing it in the morning. I still haven't gotten all my strength back to do it 100%, but I'm getting there. I'm guaranteeing in a few days I'll be back to doing 30 minutes and going crazy and running for a long period of time, a lot longer than I'm doing now. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, exercise is really good. Everything I said before I started, it is true. I do really recommend exercising. It is so good for you, and it is fun to do it, and it feels so good with you. When you're done, you're yes. Not only do you feel better, you're oh my gosh, I did it. I get to brag to everyone. Oh my gosh, look at me, I'm so fit. No, but don't do it just because that. Do it because it actually does feel amazing to do it, and you feel so much better about yourself because you know how beneficial it is, you know how good it is, and obviously you'll feel proud of yourself for completing it, because it's not very easy if you're gonna go full out to the most of your ability. So I do recommend it, and yeah, bye. And it's day 22 of this 30 days of a lifesaver thingy. I felt alright getting up to do it this morning. I still feel pretty sick, but I'm nowhere near as bad as I have been the past few days. I'm pretty sure I'm getting better. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I do enjoy getting up to exercise every day. It's really beneficial, as I've said the past few days, and one of the most known things about it, but it's still a good thing to remember while you're exercising. It improves your skin. Overall, it can improve your skin's appearance. You lose weight and you don't get it back. That's so good. And you lessen the risk of all sorts of diseases, such as chronic disease, and yeah, you're not in as much pain and stuff. So that's really good, and I'm looking forward to doing this exercise even before I read that, because I kind of knew that already, but reading it kind of proves that it's legitimate. But anyway, I'm looking forward to doing the exercise because I enjoy doing it. I feel better as a person, and I like it. So, bye. And it's day 23 of this 30 days of a lifesaver thingy. This morning it was really a lot easier to wake up than it has been the past few days. First of all, I look forward to doing this, so that kind of it's come on bro, you gotta get out of bed. And secondly, it's come on, you feel better today. You know that the past few days you felt a lot better after exercising than you did before it. So if you want to feel better, do it. But all in all, I do feel a lot better than I have the past few days. So I really think I am getting better. I should probably be back to my full self, I'd say tomorrow or the day after. Yeah, anyway, we'll see how I go for this exercising day. Alright, bye. And day 23 of this 30 days of a lifesaver thingy is completed. I do feel great, I do feel better, as expected. Yeah, and it was really good. I decided instead of 20 minutes, I feel that was I'm not 100% better, so I decided not to go up to 30, but 20 minutes didn't seem right for me because I am trying to work my way up back to where I was when I started, or about halfway through. So I did 25 minutes. I did 5 minutes of like stretching, 5 minutes of like floor work stuff, and then I've spent 15 minutes in a jog outside. And it's really good. So like, you don't have to stay within the 20-minute boundary, but don't go over if it's not up to you. Just do what's good for you. Challenge yourself. Don't push yourself too hard if it's gonna like result in like injury or like it's just too much for you. Don't do it, yeah. But overall, it's pretty good. I did enjoy it. I'm gonna see how I go tomorrow. So, right, bye. It honestly has made such a difference to me. I do enjoy it so much. I do feel so much better. I was thinking about how it relates to the whole point of this. Do I put myself down? It really does. Like, I've noticed throughout the past 3 and a bit weeks, I have felt a lot better about myself as a person. I didn't really pay attention to it, but looking back, I do think I've changed a lot, and my perspective on myself has changed a lot. It honestly makes such a difference, and you don't realise it, but looking back, so much has changed from the start for me, and honestly, my life in general hasn't changed. It's just the way I feel about myself, the way I think about myself, it's all so different to what it was in the start, and I'm so thankful that I took it upon myself to just dedicate 20-30 minutes of my day in the mornings just to put my mind at rest and just focus on the challenge. So yeah,